With the advance and growing popularity of online gaming, one of the newest trends chased by AAA publishers is games as a service. Although plenty of games before mixed solo and social play, these new games attempted to turn it into a business model of sorts, where the games are always online, constantly evolving, and often supported for years to come, though the latter is certainly not guaranteed. The peril of this approach is once a game ceases to make money, they're often shuttered, with players losing access to said title forever. The Crew is an unfortunate victim of this, though it was at least supported by Ubisoft for almost a decade. With its impending shutdown at the end of March 2024, it's time to see how this critically divisive racer fares before it is forever lost.
I'm keeping this.
Whatever gets you stoked.
Developed by Ubisoft's Ivory Tower subsidiary, The Crew attempts to build a living recreation of the United States for players to race across, either in a series of story missions or against other players. The variety of car types is welcome, as a handful of classes suit different racing disciplines and types of terrain. While there's plentiful street racing, dirt and raid spec vehicles offer some off-road spice, which proves plentiful in the mountain states. Circuit vehicles are high speed but harder to control, while performance offers a middle ground between perf and street. There are 40 vehicles in the game, which sounds small, but many can be multi-spec and allow you to experiment with varying stats without sacrificing your favourite brand. For those worried about getting stuck in poor terrain with the wrong vehicle, a mobile garage helpfully allows you to swap quickly. Driving feels sturdy, but it takes a while to appreciate it for strange reasons. As a games as a service, The Crew puts an emphasis on role-playing stats and upgrading your vehicles. Every mission comes with a recommended level, and not meeting that makes the mission harder. You upgrade your vehicle with parts earned as rewards, categorised with rarity colours like a looter-shooter. Unfortunately, this has two negative effects. Firstly, the initial hours with this game feel like a slog. Your vehicle feels nerfed, underpowered and lacking bite, and the sense of speed is severely underwhelming as a consequence. The second impact is confusion, as the rarity and level systems clash, rendering the former somewhat pointless. Eventually, as you start to level up and earn better gear, racing grows more enjoyable and high-speed racing enters the fray as you gain access to circuit and perf spec vehicles. But those initial hours of play are definitely a hill to overcome. Perhaps Ivory Tower's greatest accomplishment is the rather sublime recreation of the USA. It's certainly not one-to-one, which, to be fair, would likely not be very fun to travel across, but the bite-sized version present is genuinely fantastic. Real-life cities including New York, San Francisco and Detroit are present and are chock full of landmarks such as Central Park. Plenty can be driven around, with that particular location offering a challenge for lapping it in under 65 seconds. Dividing the map into 5 sections, ranging from the west coast to mountain states replete with Las Vegas, gives each a distinct tone and atmosphere much like their real-life counterpart, such as the glitzy, casino-laden strip of the latter. Hundreds of landmarks are available to collect, hidden car parts can rebuild old classics, and free drive racing allows you to create your own checkpoint challenges. It's a technical marvel too, avoiding loading as you drive between states. It's a real shame this version of the USA will be lost to time. The content on offer is a mixed bag. The story missions are often enjoyable, at least, with a few particularly exciting ones involving taking down other cars, escaping the police, and commandeering a high-spec vehicle and racing around a fictional speedrome. The missions can all be played in 4-player co-op too, which is enjoyable, Sadly, the storytelling itself is pretty bad.
Got a gun.
Well, that ain't mine.
This one's dead.
No!
With atrocious and cliched writing which can't be saved by the talents of the likes of Troy Baker and DC Douglas. Faction warfare also plays a role here, as you could select a crew tied to each district and accomplishments would improve their ranking, such as player versus player wins and completion of special missions. The former offers a few multiplayer options, including free-for-all, vehicular takedown, or cops and robbers, though patchy matchmaking and lengthy wait times can diminish this. A few technical issues also serve to dampen the fun, such as glitchy accomplishments that fail to unlock despite fulfilling their requirements, as well as the game being prone to crashes.
Yo, make sure you take every last dollar from these fools.
The crew's presentation features ups and downs. The visual quality would improve with the arrival of the Wild Run expansion, tweaking aspects such as lighting, HUD elements, and texture work. It's definitely an improvement, but there are still quite a few noticeable problems, such as slowdown during busier races, textures popping in, and ugly NPCs. However, considering the scope of the open world, some of these issues are more forgivable, and the improved lighting creates a more distinctive contrast between night and day. The audio fares better, including a varied and lengthy soundtrack which mixes original compositions and licensed tracks. The latter features a range of genres, including ambient music and electronic, and proves enjoyable. The original tracks, which often make their presence felt during story missions, are adrenaline pumping and push the crew closer towards its ambition to match action blockbusters like Fast and Furious. Ultimately, the crew would receive mixed reviews and get generally swept under the radar after the noticeably controversial launches of Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed Unity in the same year. It proves rather a mixed bag, but one that still somewhat broke the formula established by Ubisoft around that time. The large recreation of the USA is a real delight, making for varied and exciting racing when Ivory Tower played to these strengths. Unfortunately, the decision to make it a games as a service proves a mistake, as the grinding and spotty matchmaking can get in the way of these highs. Additionally, the throwaway story doesn't really entice Lone Wolf gamers to stick around. While it becomes unplayable as the end of March, it stands as one of the first examples of always online gaming, representing both the pluses and the perils of this approach.